How are you? I'm
Good.
Dawn Haynes.
Bill Reed.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Reed.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I'll have a resume.
You have a copy? Yeah, I have a copy. And
Thank you.
gloss over it.
All right. Don,
Yes.
let's see here. I'm just going to go over this real quick, in maybe about 3 parts. Go over your resume,
Okay.
go over who we are, what we do, and then basically what we're looking for in the next position, basically what you're looking for in your next position as well. Okay?
Sounds good.
So, let's see here. So your resume starts in 1996, does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay. And you were a specialty, you were chemicals division in Brecksville, manufacturing engineer.
Yes, I started my career as a chemical engineer. I attended Case Western. I got a bachelor's in chemical engineering in
Okay.
1997. I worked as a manufacturing engineer during the summers and internship, and then after that I worked for Avery Dennison for a year as a manufacturing engineer in one of their facilities. Then I decided to go to law school. I graduated from law school in 2001. I interned over the summers and then was able to land a position at a law firm. So I practiced law at Honolulu for 5 years, and then I went on to be in-house counsel for Liberty Mutual for 5 years.
Okay.
And then I decided to be a stay-at-home mom. And while I was at home, I got a master's. I got a master's in biomedical engineering.
Okay.
And I've just been a stay-at-home mom since I got my master's in biomedical engineering in 2015. In an attempt last year, after being home for 6 years as a stay-at-home mom, I wanted to relaunch my career and go back into engineering rather than law. So I wanted to pursue something with regard to my master's or my undergraduate degree. I was unsuccessful in that endeavor. So in working with some individuals while I was getting my master's, everything is related to computer software. I specialized in medical device design while I was getting my master's, and everything is connected to the internet. I mean, not internet, but computer software development. So your MRIs, your medical devices are hooked up, your heart monitors are all, your pacemakers are hooked up to with a computer, and there's programming involved. So I decided to pursue getting a certificate in software development.
Okay.
And I participated, and I'm currently attending the Cleveland Codes program at Tri-C in an attempt to become a software developer.
Okay.
So currently we're learning, I think maybe 5 different languages. I'm familiar with CSS, HTML, JavaScript, the ASP.NET. We did not do C++, but C#. We did work with C#, yes.
Right.
So I'm looking for a position where in my analytical skills, my eagerness to learn can be honed.
Okay, good. Okay. Well, as you probably already know, our company is DuPont, and basically we're manufacturing, okay? And we're worldwide. And like I said before, we make a lot of different products. With your background and experience, tell me how you feel that you would fit in here at DuPont. What would be the thing that would make you get up in the morning and come to work and go to DuPont?
I have a curiosity to learn. I'm just a curious person. I'm eager to learn. And in manufacturing, you have these machines that are working with equipment. Then there's an interface between the machine, the products that's being created, and the individuals who are working those machines and asking them to do certain things. So I believe that that computer interface is important. Without that, we don't know how much material is being used, the temperature at which things are being produced, which are all important aspects during manufacturing processes. And to make sure that the client, whether it's my client being DuPont or the client who is receiving a product, is receiving the items that they're wanting to receive.
Sure. Are you familiar with the term? I'm sure you are, GUIs. Are you familiar with that term?
Somewhat, yes.
Because there's a lot of GUI interfaces with DuPont, the CNC and all of that.
Okay.
Just wanted to get an idea of, have you had any training or experience with it, or have you had any?
Not a whole lot of training, but I think a lot of things translate over from the prior learning that I've I've received as an engineer at Avery Dennison and at B.F. Goodrich. They could translate into the systems that DuPont is utilizing.
Well, I see, you do have the manufacturing experience, which is good. And then you can also, like you say, interface that with your IT experience.
Can I ask you, does
Absolutely.
DuPont hire entry-level software developers?
Absolutely, they do. And we have a couple of different sites. Most of our IT folks are in Strongsville. And the site that I represent is in Valley View. So the positions that we have in Valley View for IT are fairly limited. It's a lot of desktop support, things like that. But the positions in Strongsville are pretty much across the board.
Okay.
Everything, even some not necessarily website development, also some mainframe, believe it or not, experience there. People actually still use mainframes.
Do they have like leadership development programs in IT where you're paired up with a mentor or you're...
Absolutely. That's the DuPont way. You're going to, no matter how much experience and training you have, they will pair you up with someone as a mentor, and that person will work with you until you're comfortable and they're comfortable with you being able to do the work on your own. Okay? Because, obviously, there's a lot of material and money involved, so they want to make sure you know what you're doing before you. If you came in and if you had 100 years, it wouldn't matter. They would still make sure. I look at it this way. You're the professional. You know what it takes to do your job, but you don't know how their system works.
Right.
Even in a sports analogy, if you were a running back for the Cleveland Browns and we traded you to the Cincinnati Bengals,
Right.
you know all the mechanics of being a running back, but you just don't know our play,
Yes.
our system.
Yes.
Same thing.
Okay. For entry level or any individuals who become software developers, are there like metrics set so that in 3 months I know what's expected of me, in 6 months I know
Absolutely.
what's expected of me?
They are, and they're called, I can't think of the name right now, but they're actually a training plan set aside for you to hit certain marks at certain times, and you will be given time to prepare for those marks. In other words, there's a 90-day, there's a 180-day, 1 year, and all of that, and you hit those marks. There's monetary values and tag to those as well. Okay. So, and then there's certifications as well. Good question. Just to kind of wrap things up here, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? I mean, where do you see yourself as in the IT world?
I can see myself working with different teams, maybe potentially being a higher level programmer or even a team manager, a project manager for some software development projects that are needed within the corporation.
One other quick question. With your experience with B.F. Goodrich and some of the others here, did you get involved with CAD and AutoCAD at all?
Yes.
Good.
We, at Case Western, I know it's been a while, but we took an AutoCAD class. That was
Excellent.
mandatory.
Good. 3D and all of that?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Very good. Okay. Great. I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right. My pleasure.